Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
You's a big bozo!
Me Grimlock no bozo, me king! Me Grimlock want to munch metal!
You suck.
Me Grimlock no bozo, me king!
You are not smart.
Oh. Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at a Transformers Power of the Primes figure, and it's Grimlock. I found this at my local Walmart when I was out and about running around. I was actually looking for a Rodimus Prime. I'd seen one before, passed it, and I can't find it now, so I'm kind of, hope I can get a hold of him again. But then I saw this guy, and I haven't seen him in store yet, so I went ahead and picked him up. He definitely looks cool. The box is a little mushed, but I'm going to rip him out of the box anyway. So it's interesting that he's a combiner. The other Dinobots are going to merge with him, so I'm interested in it. I'm liking the Dino mode so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Grimlock in the packaging, and it's pretty much the same box style that we've been getting. It says Transformers, Generations. We get him in his Dinobot mode, which looks nice. The T-Rex, there he is, and he comes with the Dinobot Enigma for combination. And what I thought was interesting, he comes with 2 feet for Volcanicus, which is the combiner form of the Dinobots. And I figured that you would just use the parts that come with the deluxe figures. But the Voyager having the feet, that's kind of interesting. I'm interested to see what he looks like when we get it all together. We get the artwork of Volcanicus right here. It says Power of the Primes. Top of the package, it says Power of the Primes. Side of the package has all the different Prime Master logos, and it's got the Autobot logo there. So just kind of a close-up. There he is. It says Transformers. And then, yeah, the Dinobot looks pretty cool. And there is Volcanicus, which is interesting. It kind of looks like Grimlock with his crown. I'm liking that. So I can't wait to get that guy combined. Very, very cool. Back of the package here, it shows that you can use all the different little Prime Master pieces in there. He's using his Prime armor, which is the feet, basically. And they've got him attached to the arms and the feet there. There he is in robot mode. There he is in T-Rex mode. I'm liking that G1 look. And then I'm going to knock over the whole stage. Okay, damage averted. We're back. And yeah, so this definitely looks pretty cool. Kind of a close-up. If you want to pause and read this write-up, you are more than welcome to. And there he is in robot mode. There's his Dino mode. He can transform in 8 steps. And then there he is with the Prime Armor gimmick. And then all of the little Prime Masters. Very, very fun. Let's go ahead and get Grimlock out of box and see what we think. So here we have Grimlock out of the packaging, and it's not a bad figure, but it's not the best figure. I like what they were going with, but I don't think it was executed the best way possible. And maybe that's because of my figure. Maybe I've got some QC issues, but it's really, this chest is kind of weird. It doesn't want to look clamped together very well, both up here and in dinosaur mode. And the feet, the Prime armor just doesn't really cut it for me. I'm not liking that gimmick very much. And then he comes with the Dinobot Enigma, which is basically, I guess, a Dinobot Matrix. This is the Enigma for combination, I guess, and Starscream's got this Seeker Enigma, and he's got this one, and yeah, it just, I don't know, it looks kind of goofy, and what I don't like is you can't, like, put it into his chest or anything. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't think you can. Let me double check this. No, yeah, see, it would have been nice if there was a spot right there in his chest that you could put the Enigma on. I think that would have been a lot cooler. But alas, it does not, or maybe just clamp onto the front of his chest. I think that would have been a lot cooler, or something. I don't know, hold it, something. You just there's just nothing you can really do besides put it into the armor piece, and the way that works, you just put it in there, and yeah, that's it. So the armor for him, it just clamps onto his arms like this, so they become like great big claws, which, I mean, is okay, I suppose. He's like big old Wolverine or something. That's not too terribly bad, but it looks terrible in the Dino mode because it goes on the Dino feet, and he's so big-butted anyway in the Dino mode that I don't know, I don't particularly care for it too much. Yeah, and that's really all I got to say about that. Now, as far as articulation goes on this guy, his head does move back and forth. It moves up and down a little bit. He does have waist rotation right there. His upper arm moves like that. It does go all the way up like that, so that's nice. He's got a very nice joint on his elbow right there, and then he has another joint right there, so essentially he has a double jointed elbow. There is some movement in the hand, but that's for transformation. His legs kick up that far. They kick about that far back because of the plate there, and then he can kick out really, really far. He's got very tight ratchet joints on his knees right there, and then he has nothing on his feet. And look, see, this kind of keeps wanting to split open, and that just it irks me. The other thing I find irksome about this figure is he doesn't come with a sword. I've never seen a Grimlock figure that doesn't come with a sword. So let's go ahead and give him Sweep's sword, I guess. There we go. So there, it looks like a little dagger in his hand, but it's better than nothing. Grimlock is supposed to have a sword. Why did he not come with a weapon? That's just absolutely ridiculous. This is a Voyager figure. Give him a weapon. So taking a closer look at Grimlock himself, it looks very G1-esque. I do like that. They continued the tradition of painting the clear plastic with a gold underpaint on the chest and on the dinosaur neck, which looks nice. I like how his dino parts kind of fold back over. Again, very a la the G1 figure. The shoulders look good. I definitely dig that. The head sculpt looks like Grimlock. I like all the paint up there. The Autobot logo is pretty decent. Again, I just wish that chest would snap together a little bit tighter. That would have been a lot cooler for me, but it is what it is. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, we got a bunch of dino kibble hanging off of the back. He's got his traditional golden claws from the dinosaur legs on his arms, which is nice. He's also got these cool little spiky knuckles, which is very, very cool. Lots of little detail everywhere. He's got these stickers on the back of the dino bits there, and I don't know. I like the fact that the stickers are there because it's very G1-esque, and they're very bright. And I didn't have to apply them, so that's a plus, but I feel like they're going to come off at some point, and that's a disappointment, as is the fact he has no freaking sword. So taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, we get those very bright stickers on there, which look good, but I hope they don't wear off. We also have a little bit of red highlights above the knees, which I didn't really mention on the waist, but that is a very brilliant deep red, which looks cool and contrasts very nice next to the black. And then we get the gold paint details in there. I wish his feet were a little bit bulkier and looked more like feet. And I wish that they had some articulation. We just don't really have any articulation on them. But I will say one of the nice things about the figure, there is very little hollow points on the toy. Grimlock, of course, is a Dinobot and transforms into a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is always one of my favorite dinosaurs, and he was one of my favorite, in fact, he was my favorite Dinobot. Come on, I mean, it's Grimlock. So let's go ahead and transform Grimlock into Tyrannosaur mode and see what we think. Alright, so here we have Grimlock in his Tyrannosaur mode, and for the most part, this thing looks pretty cool, especially the head. It's very G1-esque. I am digging it. I like the Autobot sticker on the top on his head there. That looks really, really nice. But he's very wide on the bottom. He's just a big butt kind of guy. And that tail is ridiculous. Man, look at that. That is just goofy, goofy, goofy. Yeah, I mean, in certain angles, it looks pretty cool. And then in certain angles, it looks pretty bad. From the side, it's not too bad, but from like the back, it just, yeah, that doesn't look good at all to me. Yeah, I mean, it works, I suppose, for 25 bucks. I'm not too terribly upset, but yeah, I mean, they could have done a better job. Now, as far as articulation in this mode, his jaw is articulated, which is awesome. His head can look really far forward, and that just screams Grimlock to me for some reason. He can look about that far down. There is no swivel back and forth, and then his little arms are on a little tiny ball socket, and they feel like they could snap off very easy, so be aware of that. And then his legs can rotate right here, and then he's got the joint up there for the knees, and that's, well, pretty much it as far as articulation goes. For comparison, here we have all 3 of the Power of the Primes Dinobots that are released as of to date, and they look pretty good together. I will say, I do like them. They fit together, and I like how they've got that nice homage to the G1 toys. The fact they can combine is pretty fun. They just, I don't know, they're not quite hitting the point on the dino modes that I would have liked for, but hey, you know, it's better than what we've not gotten, right? Is that settling? I don't know. It feels like settling. So is the Power of the Primes Grimlock something you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you're a Dinobot completist, you're going to want to get this guy. If you like the new Transformers line, the Power of the Primes, Combiner Wars, Titans Return, and you're collecting all that stuff, you're definitely going to want to get it. If you're a Grimlock fan, I think you're going to be happy with it. It's not the best Grimlock, but it's not the worst Grimlock out there. Personally, I would like it if the parts snap together a little bit better. I just feel like that is the run of this line for some reason, and that tail is just a little too big for me. If that could have been condensed somehow or reworked, I think this figure would have been a lot better. As far as the 3 Dinobots that we've gotten so far, I think this might be one of the better, followed closely by Swoop and Slug being the worst of the 3 we've gotten thus far. So we'll see what Sludge and Snarl look like. I haven't gotten Slash yet. I may get her to add in since she's the newest one. But yeah, it's not a bad figure for the price, but it's not the best figure. So there he is, Grimlock from Transformers Power of the Primes.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.